Hey guys, this is Ashley and I am here so we can play in some makeup and kind of get away from the troubles that's going on in the world with COVID-19. So I'm just going to go ahead and address it because I am a healthcare professional. I'm a registered pharmacist. I work in a pharmacy chain, and you know what? It's here and it's real out here. So I'm not going to even sugarcoat it. I'm just going to say it is real out here and things are happening that I never thought I would see happening, but I do appreciate the precautions that are being made. I live in the city of Chicago, and as of yesterday, the governor has shut down all restaurants and bars, and you're only able to have delivery. And I honestly do think at some point in the next week, we're going to be on some type of quarantine, or the city is going to be on lockdown and only essential people will be out working. Most people are working from home. I know my mother is working from home. The kids are out of school across the state. So it's a lot of very serious things going on. But what I would like to say is listen to the facts. Please pay attention to reputable news sources for your information. Try not to give into fear, and just be prepared. So good hygiene practices, that's going to be the best for what we know going forward until they can just kind of figure out how the virus is just replicating. We do know if you're close quarters with people, that is definitely an issue. Practice social distancing. And just take care of yourself. If this is just really bringing you down because you have to stay in the house, make a plan. If you have a hobby that you never get a chance to do because you're so busy with work, take time to do that hobby. Just have meaningful time with your family if you live at home with other loved ones, because we're so busy and we don't get a chance to spend time with our loved ones. So just try to find, the light at the end of the tunnel to help you get through. Take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. And with that being said, that's all I'm going to really say about it right now, because I just want this to kind of be an escape, but I am going to, mention it because I'm a healthcare professional. I am going to be going to work. I've been off for the past few days. I've been on the special assignments. I haven't been at my normal location the past 2 weeks, but I know it's very real out here in these streets. And they said the pharmacy is on and cracking. It is popping. It is busting in there, as they would say. Like, it is off the chain. So with that being said, we're going to talk about the not so newish Voss matte vibes palette. So I was perusing around, Sephora, just, surfing, and I was like, ooh. So I found this Voss matte vibes palette, and I probably knew it was coming out, but I wasn't thinking about it. And I was just like, that is really, really pretty. So this is the unicarton of the palette. Like I said before, it is by Voss. This is the matte vibes palette. It is 10 shades, and they are all matte shadows. The palette weight is 1.12 ounces or 32 grams, and the retail price is $30. So once you open it up, you have this beautiful same theme as the unicarton, and this is it's a sticker, but it's a little bit raised. And once you open it up, you have a nice, beautiful mirror and these great 10 warm tone matte shades. So I was like, you know what? If I was going to have an all matte palette, this would be it. It is beautiful. So I'm going to be creating this look for you today, and I am going to go ahead and insert some swatches. And then I also am going to be demoing this blush bouquet for you by Jouer Cosmetics. This is something new to their line, this particular shade duo. It is called Passion, and it's a blush duo, and you have the two shades called Cherish Me, which is right here, and then you have Treasure Me. And this retails for $30 also, and I picked this up at Sephora, and this is a brand new product that came out within the last 2 weeks or so. So like I said, not so new products, but new to me, and maybe you were interested in it, so we're here to play in some makeup. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you swatches, the look, and then we'll wrap up with some final thoughts on the products at the end of the video. Let's go ahead and get started. My eyebrows are filled in using my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade 3.75. As always, I have on my Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the shade Butterscotch. Going in with a Rephr. This is a P07F, just a big old fluffy blending brush. And we're going to go ahead with the first shade. I think I'm going to go ahead with Psych. I'm gonna kind of try to use as many shades as I can just to see how everything is building up. I think I want to go in with Psych first, then I want to go in with Perm, and then maybe Perm, and then maybe Mall Rat. These names are quite interesting. So, but just gonna go ahead and pick the shades up. Like I said, this is the first shade, Psych, and I'm just gonna blend this right up at the brow bone. And so far it looks like it's just like a nice little wash of color. And I'm just blending that back and forth. With the same brush, I'm gonna go in with the shade Perm, which is a little bit more peachy tone, and it's still a light transition shade. And at first I'm just gonna kind of place the color and then I'll blend it out. And so far these colors are really smooth. And they seem quite pigmented. I know the first couple of shades I'm working with are a little bit lighter, so hard to tell, but if my primer was a little bit lighter, you know, it would pop just a little bit more. And that shade is really pretty. It's just a nice peachy tone shade. Honestly, none of these shades are like nothing we've never seen before, but I am really just digging the whole color combo and how they put everything together, and it's just a nice matte palette. I wiped that brush off, and now I'm gonna go ahead with the shade Mall Rat, which is right here. And I'm actually just gonna put this on the inside of my eyelid. I'm not gonna bring it across my whole crease. I'm just gonna buff it into the inner corner of the eye. Taking a Sonia G Crease Pro brush, I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Grody. This is Grody right here, and I'm gonna work this into the crease also. Ooh, and that is a nice chocolatey shade. And I'm just gonna focus this mainly in the crease. I don't want to take it up too high, because I don't want to block all the other shades that we have put down, or cover it up really. Sonia G Worker Pro, I'm gonna go in with the shade New Wave, and this is one of the colors I'm really dying to use. I'm gonna actually pack this on the outer V of the eye, and this is such a nice brick shade. So pretty. And I'm just gonna pack it and then kind of feather it up into the crease. And this color is actually really beautiful. With a Sonia G Soft Shader, I'm going to go in with the shade Chill right here, and we're just going to pack this on the rest of our lid. For Reference 03 brush, I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Tubular, and we're going to put this in as our inner corner highlight. And I'm just putting a little bit because I don't want it to be so stark. My Sonia G Mini Booster, I'm just going to go ahead and fine tune some of the blending. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that inner corner is blended out. I'm going to pick up a little bit more product on the brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of the shade New Wave and just buff it in just a little bit more into the crease. All right, I got my lashes on. I'm using my Ardel Wispy lashes. These are the magnetic version. And I put a little lipstick on. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Unveil liquid lipstick. So I actually want to show you guys another product that I just picked up, and it's actually really cute. And it is this Jouer, let's see if you can pick it up. It's a Jouer blush Bouquet, and the shade is actually called Passion, and it's so beautiful. And prior to, you know, this is a new color, so prior to that, Jouer had very light colors as far as their blush bouquets. Now I do have a highlighter from Jouer, like in tan lines, that I really enjoy, but look at this blush duo. It is so beautiful. So you have like a burnt terracotta, not burnt, but you know, like a rosy terracotta blush, and then you have a nice orangey blush, which is a shimmery blush, or it can be used as a blush topper. So this is actually not a bronzer, it is a blush. It's marketed as blush, but you can probably also bronze it up a little bit with this. So I'm gonna go in with both of these. This is retails for $30, and I just picked this up from Sephora, and like I said, this is a new color duo. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this on the cheeks. This is a Christian Siriano brush. He had a set at Walgreens and it was gifted to me, and some of the blush brushes are actually pretty good. I especially enjoy the little highlighter one. So we're just gonna add that on. Nice, and it actually goes really perfect with this eye look. And now, as a blush topper slash highlight, I'm gonna go in with the other shade. So this is called Cherish Me, which is the orangier shade, and orangier shades look so good. Okay, you see how pigmented that was. We're gonna buff that out. I don't know what made me pick up so much, but I might have to go over that with my foundation brush, because I was just supposed to pick up a little bit. So it's such a pretty brush. I'm gonna kind of bring it up so we get a little highlight action. Let's buff this out. So you do get nice highlight action, but look how much I got on. And I'm gonna just blend it out, and it goes into the skin so nicely. I took too much. I'm just gonna go in with my foundation brush. It has no additional product on there, but I'm just gonna kind of pat it down because it was a lot of product right there. Here is more like, now it's more highlighted. So it's a beautiful color. Look how pretty that is. So I definitely wanted to share that with you guys. Once again, this is Passion, and this is the Jouer Blush Bouquet. All right, I'm back. This is the final look. I think it came out really nice, and it's really different for me because you guys know on my channel I like a lot of shimmering, I like a lot of bold, I like a lot of sparkle, but I do enjoy matte shadows also, and they have to be the right tones of matte. Now I'm 99.99% sure, because you know I have a lot of makeup in my collection, that I don't have any matte palettes, so that's what made me pick this up, and the color combinations. So like I said, this is not, you know, any colors that we have never seen before, but I just really love how the colors were curated. And if I was to think about my go-to matte shadows, more than likely these would be it, especially for an everyday basis. So I think that a lot of people will actually be able to get a lot of use out of this palette, and some people just don't like shimmers, shades, especially if they get a little bit older, or people's eyelids get a little bit more mature. They don't tend to like shimmer, or some people that's just not their makeup aesthetic. But for me, I do love shimmers, but if I was to choose an all matte palette, this is what it would be. Now, come to think of it, I did have the Too Faced like Sweet Peach, or one of the peach palettes that was all matte, but I ended up decluttering that a long time ago. But overall, I feel like these colors are very beautiful, and you can get a lot of different type of looks out of it. And it can definitely be a standalone palette, or definitely a statement palette that you put with something else, like a shimmery single, or just mix and match with whatever you have in your collection. Now, like I said, there's nothing that we haven't seen before, but overall, the general color scheme, I'm very excited about it. It makes me feel good, and if I just wanted to throw something in my bag, I know that I would have a wide variety of matte shadows. Overall, you have a lot of rosy tone, warm tone shadows, but you do have a couple grungy shades in here, especially with the shade called Hairspray and even the shade Booyah. Those two shades are a little bit more grungy in nature. But overall, I feel like the shadows have very nice pigmentation. They're very smooth, not a lot of kick up in the pan, and they apply very well. So overall, I'm very pleased with this palette, and I just think that it's just something that is going to help round out my collection. And I think a lot of people will enjoy it because it's definitely a palette that you can use on an everyday basis. I know the look I came out with today is a little bit more smoky, maybe a little bit more fall appropriate than like kind of going into spring. But you know, we're in a different time right now, you guys. So it is what it is. But I really did enjoy this palette, and I think that it's just something that you maybe should look into and think about picking up. Now this Jouer Blush Bouquet in Passion, I think it is so beautiful. I just really adore orangey, corally, tangerine highlighter blushes and these nice terracotta blushes. Now the blush I usually wear on a daily basis is more pinky, but if I was going to go for a different type of blush option, this is it right here. And I think that it's fabulous that Jouer is actually expanding the Blush Bouquet line, because I've heard so many fabulous things about them, but usually I look at the colors and I'm like, I can't do anything with that. But this is beautiful, and it's going to look so good on melanated sisters who are deeper than I am. And even if you are not as deep as me, I think that will still look good. Now you might have to go with a little bit lighter hand. It is very pigmented, as you saw where I put it on this side. So it's just something to take into consideration. But I feel like this is going to look really good on people who have medium deep to deep skin complexions. So I've always been hearing about how good these are, and I'm glad that I was actually able to try one. So look at picking this up, and like I said, this retails for $30. So overall, I hope you guys really liked the video. I just really wanted to throw this Jouer Blush Bouquet in there, but the star of the show was really the Violet Voss eyeshadow palette. Let me know your comments down below in the comment section, because you know I would love to chat with you guys there. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because you know I would love to have you here, my little makeup family. And with that being said, you already know what time it is. It is time for our chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, hey, chair dance. Chair dance. Chair dance. Chair. All right, y'all. Bye.